Okay, we're in business. So I don't know, like maybe the warm-up is like setting up the premise for like the letter. Maybe we could just like do D for duck. I was thinking maybe I'll just like draw that up here, then we could draw the duck below it. I don't know. Or sometimes it's nice to draw the duck and then put the letters, place the letters around the duck. Do you guys want to look at some of the ones from last week just to get to reminder? Let's do a quick reminder. And then hold on. D was a duck with spots on his back who lived in the water and always said quack. Dear little duck, exclamation point. Dear little duck. Sorry. That's what it is. That's what the exclamation says. All right, here we go. So this was the one. We did A for ant. I did big ant, little ant, and I still think that might be the best one I've ever done. B for a nice little book. And then we had, I guess it was Michaela. Did Michaela suggest Mother Goose? Who suggested that last week? I don't know. Anyway,
it was Michaela.
I think it was Michaela. And then we did the B for the bumblebee for the flower. That was you, Joseph. And then we did C for cat, and I think that was the last one. And that one was in a different part of the book. I think I might just have to do this whole thing because it's just so darn cute. Okay, so I think I was at my finest. It took me like a little bit to warm up. I don't know what I was talking about. The A was good, but that cat and that rat, that is just some like next level designs. Okay, let's see if we can step up our game. We'll go D, E, F. We'll just like go A through F, and then we'll probably start thinking about some other things. So we can draw from like direct observation and not just from out of our head. So let me give you a warning. I have seen the D for the duck. I have seen the artist who wrote this. Again, the artist who wrote this is Edward Lear, and it's called the book. It's called The Nonsense Book. He wrote 3 of them over a long period of time. British author, satirist. He illustrated all these things too. I think it's more fun to just get the letters and read the poem, and then you can draw the duck that makes sense to you. So I'll draw it along with you. You can follow what I'm doing, or you can do your own thing. I'm trying to think if I've had relationships with ducks recently. Like I have 2 duck sculptures, a male and female plaster. So I have the plaster ducks in the studio that, they have distinctly different feathers. And I bid on a paint, or it was actually a lithograph of a duck at an auction, but I did not win that bid. It was too expensive and it wasn't that great of a print. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've drawn a duck that's like anything more than a cartoon. We'll see. I've drawn duck's feet. All right, let's just give it a try. I'll read it one more time. And then I got to keep checking to make sure I can let Stacy in the room. Everyone that's going to be here is here. Let's see. Oh my goodness. She just sent me a picture of an owl. So funny. Do you know if Gabby is coming tomorrow? I don't. But I will text her dad. I don't, but I will text her dad. Sorry. Doing business. Art camp is going really well this week in person. We've got like an older group and we've been doing oil painting. It's a small group, but it's been, I haven't done much drawing. I've been doing a bunch of painting. So it's nice to come into the drawing session right now. Okay. D was a duck with spots on his back. Oh, we have to do spots. Okay, so that's clear. Who lived in the water. So we want to get some water into the thing. Who always said quack. So we can make him actually, we could write the word quack maybe. We could always make like the sound effects that look like he's quacking, or you don't have to make him make a sound at all. Dear little duck. So I'm feeling like there might be some like ducklings, like dear little duck. If there's a big duck and a little duck and they swim in like I've drawn a painting or a black and white piece, a scratch board of a swan and her baby ducks, or her ducklings, or whatever they're called, the baby swans. But maybe I'll do a mother duck and her babies. All right, I'm gonna maybe try doing the water first. I can set in some context. Did you have a question, Toby? Did you have something to say? No? Okay. All right, this is the universal symbol for water. I've been using this ink and I've just been going for it, hoping that I don't make any mistakes. You can't erase these pens. Some pens you can erase, these you can't. So I'm gonna just do my best. That water doesn't look very straight. What if I turn the paper? Anyway, I'm not sure. Okay, so I remember ducks, their bodies are very much, in my opinion, they look kind of like eggs. Now they're like, or boats even, because they're boats, and then they're gonna go up into the tail, and I think the tail sticks out of the water. I'm pretty sure of that. So there's my duck's tail. I'm trying to make it a boat, you know, like a buoyant buoy. So they're resting. I'm definitely gonna put the duck's feet in there. Let's let Stacy in. It's gonna get loud here for a second. Be careful. Yoo-hoo! Oh, it's still connecting to audio. So ducks have wings, and I think they tuck them, and I wonder if they actually go under the water a little bit. I'm gonna make it go under the water, and I'll make those stick up a little bit. Stacy, can you hear us? We can't hear you. All right, so ducks have wings, ducks have necks, ducks have bills, ducks have heads, they have eyes, they have beaks, they have tails, and then they have duck legs. So it's dangerous to put this much detail into a creature without establishing its head. Let's see, Joseph. A little closer. So the camera's all washed out for some reason. I can't make it out. Is it very small? Oh yeah, I see it. I saw it. I saw it at the end. Nice. You made him kind of tall rather than wide. In my opinion, as I remember, the ducks are like longer wide-wise than height. But again, it's your duck. Make it however you want. There is the back of the neck, which curls up, and then we're gonna get into the like kind of the skull, and then I'll do his cheeks. And I think the eye is just right above the cheeks. And now this is where I'm actually not exactly sure. I think duck bills are bigger on the top and then thinner along the bottom. In fact, so thin that, yeah. Bigger bill at the top, smaller, flatter along the bottom, and then there is a nostril hole. So I put a little nostril in there. It's not a nose per se, but it's, you know, they breathe out of it. It's a nasal cavity, nasal passage. Mine looks a little bit like a goose, but it's okay. I'm not upset. Stacy, can you hear us? I guess you can't hear us. It's all good. Oh, what's the matter, Bales? You all right? You okay, buddy? My dog Bailey, who I'll show you here in a second, he got like a rash. Let's see, there he is, and he's been licking. That's what he's doing right now. Can you stop licking, Bailey? Stop licking. He got this. Poor guy got this rash on his neck, and we don't actually know what it's from, but he went to the vet today, and hopefully we got some answers. But we haven't heard back from him yet. All right, duck, goose. Sorry, I drew kind of a goose. I don't know why that cracked me up. Stacy, I would love to hear from you if you are, in fact. Maybe your audio.
Oh, I don't. I don't know how I got muted. I was here, chatting away and wondering why, oh, why, oh, why I was not being addressed in any way, shape, or form. And I was saying, Joseph, how are you today?
Could
Nothing.
you hear it? Joseph, did you hear her? Yeah, no, you're definitely muted.
I know, I don't understand. I don't recall muting myself at all.
Well, I definitely didn't mute you.
And Lang, how do I pronounce?
That's Toby.
Toby, hi.
So Michaela's usually anchoring this class, but she is not signing up until the fall. So we'll have to live without Michaela. Michaela's been in the Wednesday class for like so long. She'll be back though.
Yes, good to know. Good to know.
All right. Well, my ducky keeps tilting. All right. D for duck. What do they have little wing tips? So we have to get feathers. Those are those feathers. I might do a couple rows of those feathers. Maybe the feathers will get bigger as they get to the bottom. And then I'll do some long ones. Those are kind of like the long knife blades that are the wing tips. I'm gonna do another set of little guys. Okay, and I'm also anticipating coloring. So when you make the lines, it's almost like you're making your own coloring book, which is neat. So do that. Think about the colors. My duck is so crooked. It's like he's swimming upstream. Oh, that might be a fun thing. Okay, so the duck feet. I'm gonna do. I do know because I cook a lot of duck. Not a lot of duck. I cook a lot of chicken, but I do eat some duck. So I hope no one's offended by that. But the hips are back here, and you get the thigh. And so if you think about the legs, it goes from your hips to your knee, and then your knee to your ankle, and then your ankle to your toes, and then your toes, if you have webbed toes, they're just like a duck. Ducks have webbed toes. So back here, I'm going to go from hip to knee, and then I'm going to go, and that's going to be feathers. Then I'm going to go from knee to ankle, and then it's going to turn under. And then we're going to go from the ankle to the ball of the foot. And then out of that foot is where we get the toes. So it'll be one toe, two toes. No. And then I guess the third toe is on the other side, so you're not going to really see it. So I'm going to make that webbed. Oh, maybe I will make one more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I think ducks have, like talons. Oh, the poor guy's foot looks like it's on backwards.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Oh, I see. Front, back. No, I think you talked right through it anatomically. You're there.
No. So I can make this foot come forward. 1, 2, 3. That's too confusing in there. Well, you know what they say, guys. You win some, you win some, you lose some. I think I might have lost the duck foot game here.
I think what you said earlier, it might be appropriate. Duck, duck, goose.
These are what I call down feathers. So these are going to be the feathers that are water resistant. A little bit smaller on the belly and on the chest. Oh man. Oh, and he has to be saying quack, doesn't he? All right, this will be fun. You ready for this one? I think I figured it out. I don't know if there's any way for me to recover, but I think I'm going to make the little baby duck, the baby one. He's gonna say quack.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the
So
baby
cute.
saying quack. Is it cute?
Yeah.
Goodness. This guy's little duck feet. Now I'll make that water go right through the middle of his body. So he's a little underwater. Maybe he's too underwater.
See, he's really swimming now, catching up with mama.
Yes, he is.
Telling mama, slow down.
I like that. Yeah, have you ever heard that joke? My niece told me this joke this weekend. He says there's a mama tomato and a mama tomato and a daddy tomato walking with their baby tomato. And baby tomato kept lagging behind. And then mama tomato was like, Papa tomato, make sure that baby tomato keeps up. So Papa tomato turns around and smushes it and says, catch up.
Oh my gosh.
That was maybe not the nicest joke ever.
Oh my gosh. Actually, from your niece is how old?
She's like 10. I think she's 10. All right, so we got the Big D, who is the nickname for my friend Danielle, because she's the oldest. So she's Danielle Delancey, Big D. So the D has like this column. The capital D has a column on it, and it's almost architectural. And then it's got the belly, and as it extends off of the column, it's thin. And then as the belly of the D curls down, that's where we get some of the thickness. So it's a really nice arc. The design of letters are really pretty in that they almost always have a really handsome balance between thin and thick lines, vertical and curves, straight lines and curves. And humans have been, developing, the aesthetic of letters for a really long time. Anyway, they're really pretty. Okay, so the lowercase d, for that matter, it's gonna. Oh, I keep moving my drawing, but not the book. So the lowercase d has a column, but instead of it being on the left side of the letter, it's on the right side of the letter. So I'm going to do this column above our baby duck. And it's got a slightly different capital, meaning it's got an angled top of the column, and then the bottom of the column has a tail. So we'll do that tail. And then it's going to have a belly as well, and it comes out of the middle. Again, thin where it attaches to the column, and then as the belly rounds out, it becomes thicker. So again, made up of the same kind of component parts, a vertical with a belly. It's just the belly goes from top to bottom on the column on the large one, and then on the lowercase letter, it's a reduced belly for the D.
That's nicely done. Done.
Dunzo. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to do, I extended the feathers a little bit. It's not to go from the knee but to go all the way to the ankle. And so as I color this guy, I think I'm going to use the orange to talk about the, it's almost like a scaly, it's almost scaly, a really unique kind of skin-like material. I don't know if it's surrounded by cartilage. It feels almost like snake skin or scales. And so I'll make the beak orange, could be yellow, make this baby's beak orange as well. I kind of wanted to make it a mama duck because the daddy duck has got a lot of more advanced, not advanced, but more complex patterning in the wing. If I remember correctly, there's like a blue stripe and a white stripe. And there's like white and gray, and it's got a green, he's got a green, like a mallard. I'm thinking about a mallard duck. He's got a green head. So I think I'm going to make it a mama. And I don't want to say like I'm chickening out on the colors, but you know, the mother duck has a lot of really beautiful patterns too. It's just they're more close in nature. They're not as contrasty. You know, the whole point is that she's more camouflaged with the nest, and the male duck actually, you know, is intended to attract more attention, to lead predators away from the nest, among
So
other.
the mama duck is more earth tones.
Correct.
And if I can ask a big favor,
Yeah.
and of course that's if you are inclined, could we put a blue ribbon around mama's neck?
A blue ribbon.
And of course it would be a waterproof ribbon.
Why? How come?
How come what?
Why put a blue ribbon around mama's neck?
Well, I just don't know. I just am thinking that it's missing a blue ribbon around its neck. I'm not sure why. I understand if you don't want to add that.
I will think about it.
Okay. That's all I can ask.
Well, let's see. Maybe I'll try some. Maybe I'll try a little bit of water. That might feel nice.
Maybe I just needed some blue because that might be doing it for me.
Ooh, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Should I put a little fish under there? I feel like that'd be too distracting. I'm going to not put the fish in.
Yeah, I needed the blue.
Good. Now the question is, do I make the bird that's under the water, do I make it blue and brown, or just make her all brown?
The first and the second, wouldn't it be?
Like a combination?
Yeah, like the bird is brown, but has a little hue of blue under the water with the brown.
A hue. Do they have mama bird brown? Do they have a color named that?
Well, I have a mama brown in my collection of
No,
colored pencils.
No, you. I have sienna brown.
If I was there, I would let you. Oh, Trevor, look over your left shoulder. It should be right there.
I'm not even going to do it. You're just tricking me. Brown. That's nice. Maybe I'll make some parts dark brown, some parts light brown. Give some variation. And I can also, maybe I'll have some of the brown go underneath into the water.
Nice.
I have a French gray. Not that exciting. What's this one? Dark umber. All right. I'm going to mute myself for a second. Hold on. Wasn't too bad, right? Oh, that's looking
I like
good.
that color.
Yeah, I like this one almost better than the first one. But she's a light brown. Whoa, Kristen's in the house.
Kristen.
She might not be able to talk, but she might be able to. You never know. Okay, how's everybody's duck going? I'm gonna make our baby duck gray. I think they're all gray. Hopefully that's not too inaccurate. Okay, dudes for duck. Oh, should I write quack? I should probably write quack.
That
Or
was
should I write Q? What if I just write Q? No, it needs quack, doesn't it?
needs a quack.
Does it need a quack?
I like it the way it is, but
Do not think I should write quack. So let me tell you my idea about writing quack.
I think it's up to Toby.
I was gonna write at an angle, like Q U A
Oh.
C K. I was gonna write at like on a curve, like quack. But that might not be the right way to do it either. Can I see what you all did? Did anybody else write quack? You did? All right, Joseph, let's see it.
Hold that a little bit closer to you.
I think that looks good. I do like it. Looks like he's thinking. Looks like he's thinking the word quack.
Toby, can we see yours?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that looks great too.
Yeah.
Good. That looks good. Well
So
done.
nice.
Well done. Okay, so how about this? I don't know if the artist wrote quack. So do you want to take a look at what the artist did? And then we can compare it and see if we can take any of his ideas and make it our own. All right, here we go. I'm gonna drop this down. Here's my duck. 3. This is so scary. Okay, go.
Oh. Oh, your duck is so much nicer.
I think my duck is a little bit nicer. Although he did a male duck though, because it's got the green head with the white collar, so that's supposed to be green, and then there's this little stripe on the neck, and then the male ducks have these little curls at the end.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
okay.
But the proportions are wild. Look at how big that body is.
And the little tiny neck and the head.
Yeah, and then he doesn't have waves either. It's just like flat water.
Yeah, but yet.
Oh, there is. I think there's a yellow rim around the duck's eye, even in the female ducks. I can't. It's too small. Whoa. But that's it. There's no other duck, and he doesn't say the word. He doesn't write quack either.
No.
I do like. I am thinking. I like that it looks like he's paddling. Like his legs are way far to the back. And then he's got a nice little webbed toes. And then I do like that there's this like circular texture a little bit. There's something nice about the brush the mark variation in the back, and then something about the horizontal lines on the water is really nice too.
And it looks like this duck is a happy duck, like he's smiling.
Oh, I guess he is smiling a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, so you do see a little bit of the surface of the water. I still don't think I'm going to change anything. I do wish I had not screwed up his legs though. I think they look better now. I don't know. All right, that was good. That was exciting.
Can you move yours over just a smidge?
We're gonna have to pick it up a little bit if we want to get 3 letters though. What do you want to see, Stace? All my ducks?
That's what I want to see. Whoop, nope, yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well done.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. This next one's gonna be really, really good. This next one's gonna be really good. I feel
really good or really, really good?
Well, you know what it is. You know it's really, really good. Okay. Next item, please.
I finished mine too.
You did? Oh, let's see it. We didn't see. You're like kind of off screen. Did the whole
Aw.
pond, and you like really emphasize those letters. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
full page. It's like a full page composition. That thing's
Nice.
incredible. All right, so you're probably gonna like this next one too. I saw the elephant, and trust me, you guys are gonna do good. Well, do better than he did. It's so funny to have like a literary mind, and then introduce these drawings. Like if you like are not used to like drawing, or no one's ever taught you how to draw, it's just so interesting. I mean, for me, I find it interesting. Okay, I want to make sure that my paper is straight along with the camera, as long as the okay, that goes there. All right. E was an elephant. I love that it's like the elephant's the name of the thing. E was an elephant. Okay, elephant named E. Stately and wise, he has tusks and a trunk and two queer little eyes. Oh, what funny small eyes. Of all the things to think about of an elephant, I don't think I've ever considered the fact that they've got small eyes. Because I don't even think they do have small eyes. Maybe it's because they're so big that for some reason it seems like they have small eyes. I don't know. What do you think, Stacy? What's that about? To think about all of the things that an elephant is, you make the comments about its small eyes.
Yes, I think that has to do with being in the desert and being protected by all of the sand. I think that's why their eyelashes are so prominent, so very long and thick.
I've seen some serious eyelashes. Let me look up elephant eyes real quick. I know it might seem like it's a little bit of cheating, but ELEP elephant eyes HD. They're not even small.
Tell us. You have to tell us. You're keeping us in suspense.
Yeah, no, I mean they're very intense. I mean, very intense.
And do you see how the folds of skin really, really cover, or rather the eye is so recessed?
Look
Or
at
it
that
seems
one.
to me it is.
Look how pretty that is. My
It's
goodness.
pretty wild.
There seems to be, there's the upper eyelid, which is pretty standard, and then there's a lower eyelid that's standard. A lot like dogs, it doesn't seem like you see very much sclera. Sclera is the white part of the eye that, are in humans, but you get the iris and the pupil, and either the iris has a dark rim around it, or the eyes are actually, the sclera is dark too. So I'm not exactly sure. Let me see if I can find any other ones. Okay, so yeah, that's what it is. So if I zoom in on this one, there is a sclera, meaning there is a white of the eye. It's just, I think the white of the eye is like a much smaller percentage. I think the iris is so big that you don't see much of the the sclera, unless this white portion is part of the iris, and then this here is the eyeball further. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to ruin our predisposition. It's just, let's see if, there's a nice one. Look at that big brow ridge. Ooh, look at that big eyebrow into the forehead. And then the small cheekbone, interesting. It goes right into the mouth. I guess maybe the nasal passage is so huge. This is a zygomatic arch. We have that. And, it starts your cheekbone, it goes all the way down to your ear. It's a really, really good protector. And we're mammals, so we have a lot of the same bone structure. It's very prominent in the elephant. Look at all the ear hair there. It's wild.
All the better to what? Excuse me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's do an elephant. Let's draw an elephant. Should we draw it in profile, or should we draw it straight on?
Should we draw it with butterfly ears?
Who just said that?
Who did say that? I mean, we could draw with butterfly ears. I wasn't there for that lesson. Only Stacy was there for that lesson. All right, I'm doing the pen. I'm doing the pen. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start with the elephant's top of the head. I think I'm going to do the elephant partially looking towards me. I do know that the elephant head has these two big orbs on the top of his skull, and it's like very definitive. And then if you follow the center line down, I don't know, we just did the head, and then that we know that leads into the ear. So this is where the ear must start here. Oh man, I'm just gonna do one because I'm gonna have to balance this out. And this goes down the middle. I'm just gonna say that the trunk starts here and it's gonna be widest. And it gets narrower.
Oh, look at that little ear, which isn't so little, but it's still.
Yeah, it's probably, I mean, this trunk might be really wide the way I'm drawing it. Anyway, I'm gonna do the trunk. It's gonna curl up. I'm progressively getting smaller and smaller. Should I have it come out the other side or should I end it? I think I'm going to end it. Maybe I can make him holding something. All right, so the eyes, the one thing I was going to say is that it looks as though the eyes are on the side of the head. So we're seeing the upper eyelid and we're seeing the lower eyelid, but they're more like almonds. They're not like, you know, at least from this angle. If you did a side view, you'd be able to draw them straight on. So this is almost like drawing a deer. Like when a deer looks at you, like they have incredible range of vision, like range, they can see almost 360 degrees, but they don't have three-dimensional properties. Our eyes are in the front, so we don't see all the way around us, but what we see in front of us has like a dimensionality. It's really kind of interesting. Both of our eyes are on the front plane, very narrow, very close together. There's a little dip in the forehead. We actually have that too. If you feel it up here, like it's called your temples. And you know, some people, like if they get stressed out, they like rub their temples. It's just like a bone. It's a muscle that's attached to the skull that helps you open and close your jaw partially. This little bump that I'm going to put on the side of the head, that's the zygomatic arch, and that leads to the ear. I'm happy about that. Whatever I do to the left side, I'm going to try and do the right side. It looks like I used a curve and then I triangulated the ear down. And I just saw that picture, so I feel a little bit bad that I'm cheating, but I'm not going to cheat. I'm just putting some hair coming out of the ear. He's got hairy ears. The other thing that I have seen before is that even though you can't see much of the mouth in an elephant, you do get to see a bunch of the jawbone. So I'm going to do this big, massive jawbone to finish it. And I know that the mouth is in here somewhere. Maybe I could give him a little smile. Now it looks like a cartoon. Oh, I should not have done that.
Aww,
But he does look like he's happy.
he's so happy.
At least he's a happy, realistic / cartoon elephant. I think I remember too some hair being on the forehead, like in this patch, which is kind of cute. That would be funny. I just had this. I had this imagination. Imagine if the elephant's butt was facing us on this side, and that he was like turning his face around to look like he was like facing forward, and then he turned around. Maybe I could do that. I don't know. Let's see. Short range. We know that the wrinkles help define the cone. Like you want to think about the. Let me do this on another piece of paper. If you think about the elephant tusk, or not the tusk. What am I talking about? I forgot about the tusks. If you think about the trunk, it's it's wider at the top, and then it gets smaller at the bottom, so it's like a cone. So in order to express a cone, you can show the bracelet lines go sideways, and you could draw the lines that run vertical, but really all the wrinkles in the elephant's nose go sideways. So that's why I'm kind of drawing these, and depending on how the your trunk turns, your wrinkles can turn right along with it. I hope that looks good. I can put I'm gonna put a flower in his trunk. Okay, so I might be able to get away with eliminating this smile. I think I'm going to, because if you watch how the tusks, I mean, sometimes these tusks are huge and they come out of the mouth. I don't know if they're like officially teeth, but this is more like a woolly mammoth. I'll do these tusks. Sometimes they curl up, sometimes they don't. I think it depends on the type of. I think their tips seem like they're rounded, or seem like they're pointed, but they're actually rounded. That's what I mean.
Yeah. The flower makes it.
And then there's a lot of wrinkles. They are cylindrical, but you probably don't want to use too many hatch marks, because the tusks are ivory. They're all white, and they don't really have a whole lot of texture to them. I think if I were to draw this again, I probably wouldn't put any marks on the tusks if I could help it. Let's see, lower eyelid, upper eyelid, lower eyelid. Oh, that by making the eyelids big, I'm gonna put little dots inside, like little pupils.
Mhm.
Maybe it makes those eyes look a little bit smaller, does it not?
Yes.
How would you
And
make
they're sitting inside. You can
Let's see,
see.
Joseph. Almost there, Joseph. Nice. Yeah, you have the opportunity to draw the tusks coming out without the mouth, and then you could draw the jaw behind it. So I don't know if you could see this, but I drew the jaw first, and then the tusks had to come in front. I would draw the tusks first and then draw the jaw behind them. That would make more sense. But since you're using pencil, you can still erase it anyway, so it's fine. Boom, 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 boom. We can make this. I'm just trying to figure out how we can make a. Maybe it's a baby elephant. I'm just trying to think about because my paper's not that big, so I have to fit it on the screen. So I'm trying to imagine if I were to put these toes. Well, you guys can't even see that. You can't even see those, can you? All right, so I'm going to put the toes in. There's toes for the feet, and then his legs go up, and then I'm going to make him standing equal on the ground. So
Oh my gosh.
classic elephant toenails.
Yeah.
And then
Trevor,
they're almost like tree stumps. Yeah.
I think that the baby elephant's ears are significantly larger. I think, but this is looking pretty good. Oh,
So I drew his legs coming all the way up. They're not really legs, they're actually arms. They come up to his shoulders. And then I did his big rib cage, his belly on the outside of it. And then I could also do one last thing, which I have no idea where I'm going to put the E, but I can do a tail And the tail is almost like a miniature trunk, and then it starts thick and goes thin. And then we'll turn into
Oh my gosh.
I think they've got a little hair at the end. So maybe I'll make the nice.
This should be in a children's book.
Give them some spots. Oh my gosh, I forgot that I forgot to put spots on the back of the duck. Didn't the duck say he had
Oh.
spots on his back?
I don't recall.
Yeah, it did. Put some grass on the ground. I can color that in. That'll be nice. Does he have to be gray? I guess the elephants are gray. I have warm gray, 20%.
Mm.
Maybe I'll make him gray. And that's the other trick. If I make him gray and make the whole elephant gray, then, maybe I'll make the hair brown or something. But then his toenails can be white, and then his tusks will be white. So that's the kind of thing. If you're working on white paper, you can't add any white. It just won't show up because the paper's white. But if you make everything around the area that you want to be white, if you make everything around it a different color, then it will show up as being white. So that's what this is. That's what's going on here. And then I can add a touch of color for the flower. And I can add a touch of color for the foliage, the grass, I should say. I can maybe make the ears a little pink. I made some patches on his forehead. Maybe I'll make those pink. And then maybe I'll make his hair, another color brown. Hopefully the gray is showing up on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's
It's showing nicely.
It's a light gray. But don't want to forget that rib cage, which is also his belly. Get the trunk all the way to the end. I have this really pretty salmon color. It's called rose. Oh, it's called salmon pink. Yeah, salmon pink. Maybe I'll put a little highlight in his eyes. Maybe the middle of his ears can be a little bit pinkish. Give some life. And I'll use a brown for his hair. Ooh, maybe a dark gray. Which this one? This is called French gray. I like the idea of some dark notes, some dark grays. Maybe I can use some dark grays in some of his wrinkles. I use the pen for the wrinkles, but I can also use some dark gray. Maybe darken around his mouth.
I love the wrinkles on his kneecap.
Yeah, that made sense to me, like it was bent or something.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I was going to use the spots on his forehead. Might be more of like an Indian elephant that actually has these lighter colors, but hold on one second, guys. This is a family thing. We'll do. All right. What am I? Oh my gosh. What am I missing? I forgot to color the tail gray. And then I gotta use the dark brown for the tail. That's it. And I can use some stripes. And I gotta come out with a color for the flower. I feel like red is just so cliche, but I think it might need a red note.
Little pop.
Why not? Yeah, that little red pop. It's kind of classic. And then I can contrast that red with green for the grass. Can you think of a better color for grass than grass green?
No. I cannot.
Okay. Oh, and maybe the stem should suggest some green too. Okay, party people.
Wow,
So-
nice. That looks like it's right out of it's an illustration right out of a children's book.
Thank you, Stacy. That's like really nice for you to say.
Yeah, it ought to be. It's just so sweet.
I mean, it really was from my imagination. I mean, I think we'll finish the letters. We'll do big E and we'll do a little E, and then I'll do the reveal. Okay, big E. We'll do up here by the ear, and it is a column.
Excuse me.
It's so interesting to always start with a column, and then we'll do a thin cap. And then both the bottom, the bottom plane and the top plane, both have these angled brims almost. There's like a brim and then a little kick up. And the middle line of the E finishes off with a vertical. That's interesting too. No tails, no tails on the left side, but you could call, the top tail and the bottom tail. You could call that a tail that goes up and then a tail that angles down. That's nice for that E. Trying to keep these lines straight. Again, with these pens, it's hard to, it's not hard to recover. It's just, it's easy to overdo it, especially if you make a mistake. Your instinct is to just keep going over it and over it, and then it gets darker and darker, and you wind up with an E that's like the one I just made. I think I'm going to go to Michael's. Michael's has these goggles that it's a head strap, and you lift the strap up, and then you can see fine, and then you drop it down. And they're these magnifying glasses, so you can really
Wow.
focus in on details. And so some of these little drawings, especially on the Zoom, it's not a particular. I mean, you see how big my pinky is. I mean, that's that eye. Look how small that eye is. I mean, it's a small drawing. Anyway, whenever I'm drawing letters, I do try to choose a vertical or a horizontal to kind of get me established, because it's hard to start with a curve. So here I'm going to start with the horizontal of the base of the little E, and then I'm going to see how it's a semicircle. It curls up across like a rainbow. The right side's a little bit thicker, and then the E hooks around and turns into like a monkey tail, or an elephant tail, I should say. And there are moments that it gets a little bit thicker and then a little thinner. I think I'm going to quit while I'm ahead there. Oh, I like that I might curl it a little bit more, almost like my tusk. Maybe I'll hook the E a little bit higher so it echoes the shape of my tusk. That's organic and feels logical. We'll thicken up the tusk a little bit, darken that. Probably shouldn't have done that either. But. Well, that's so far the biggest drawing I've done for our what do they call it? The alphabet. Joseph, did I tell you last week that I am teaching at Gilman in person? So I'm teaching 3 days a week. So make sure you tell all your friends. Okay, who wants to see? Let's see what we got. I haven't seen anybody's yet. At least not completely. Wow, that's huge.
Whoa. Hold that
His
nice
belly
and
is so
still.
good. Did I forget to do the bottom of his belly between his legs? Good call. Good call. All right, let's see it, Joseph. Yes, very handsome. Very, yeah, that's big block. I like the rectilinear nature. Okay, let's see the last one.
Oh, I missed it. Joseph, can you hold it up again?
Whole page. It's so
Please.
fun. Thank you. The elephant is one that's kind of nice in the sense that it can be, if you color it with your graphite,
Got it.
it becomes gray. I mean, it's a gray object.
And Toby's sister, did I miss yours? I did. Hold that a little further from the screen, away from the screen. Yep. Excellent. Oh, I like how your E fits inside of the roll, the curvature of the trunk.
Should I paint the elephant's fingernails red? That might not be good. It could be funny though. You know how people get their nails painted? I could paint them.
Yeah. Well,
let's just hold off. We'll hold off and maybe we will. All right, do you guys want to see the his version?
yes.
I think you guys are gonna be pretty proud of yourselves. All right, here's the big reveal. I don't want to like compare it necessarily, but I kind of do.
Well, it's
Okay, on your marks, get set. Ba-dow!
no. That looks like a pig. It looks like a
Oh,
pig
Stacy, that's so
with a
funny.
trunk.
Stacy goes, no,
No.
that is not real. Dude, that's what I'm saying. That got published.
No.
Like, that thing got published. It's got tusks. Oh, the ears look like a pig's ear.
Yes.
Yes, they do. That's a big deal. That's a big misread.
And what about the
elephant ears do not do that.
Yeah, and the size of his legs need to be doubled. The
width and
the
height,
arms.
probably. Width and height.
What about that poor tail?
Okay, no, it's clear that he was not looking at an elephant. I think he drew a pig and then added a long trunk.
Thank you.
Honestly, if you look at some pigs have tusks that stick out, like warthogs, and like they're like big toothed pigs.
Yeah, because if you put your hand over the trunk, up to the right eye, it's a pig.
That is a pig. That is a pig. I'm gonna do everybody a favor. I'm gonna draw a pig nose. Okay.
I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna do everybody a favor and then cover it. Oh, yes. Yes. Hello.
Look at that. It is. I mean, Stacy, you said it. I mean, that's just a pig.
Truly.
And you could curl the tail up here.
Right. Poor piggy.
Poor piggy wiggy.
Yeah.
That's classic. Ooh, there's an elephant. Ooh, there's a pig. There's a pig. There's a pig. There's an elephant. All right, that was super fun. All right, so we got 2. We didn't get 3, but these were hard. I mean, we did a lot, like a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, ABC last week. ABC.
D.
DE. Yeah, so we had DE. Stacy, did you see the ones from last week? Were you here?
I cannot recall.
Here's C.
I was here.
Okay.
Yeah.
cool. You were.
Yes, I was. Thank
All
you.
right. All right. All right, friends. That was fun. I'll see you guys next week.
That's it?
That's
Oh my
it.
gosh.
Dude,
That
we
seemed like it went
we
by.
did through so much. You
That
came
went by-
late though. You did come late. In fairness, in all
Okay.
fairness,
All right.
you did.
All right,
come
all right.
late. Anyway, that was amazing. Thanks, guys. I will. I'll see you guys next week. And
We'll see
we
you
have
next
Sam.
week.
Hi.
Great work, guys.
Bye.